What's up with it? You watching the Bang Bomber TV? And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Warren Cali. And the title is The Story of 29th Street Garden Block Crip C-Bo. Yeah, man, C-Bo's one of my favorite rappers growing up. Still one of my favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying? Till my casket drop, my favorite C-Bo album for sure, man. Still play it to this day. In fact, shit, I was playing that shit yesterday, you know what I'm saying? C-Bo definitely legendary from the gangster rap era, for real though, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the big dogs from the gangster rap era, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I haven't watched the video, don't know what they talking about, but shit, let's check it out and see what they talking about. Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'ma detail the story of Sacramento rapper C-Bo. C-Bo was born Sean Thomas on January 14th, 1972, and would grow up in Sacramento, California. C-Bo's mom would have him at the age of 15 years old, so growing up, he would see a lot and go through a lot of hard times. With his mom being artistic, being a singer, and into poetry, he will always have music in his life and develop a strong interest into rap. But growing up in Sacramento in the 80s, C-Bo would start getting into the life of crime, first getting his first run-in with the law at the age of 11, with him getting caught stealing and receiving probation. This would start his long life of crime, and by 7th grade, C-Bo would drop out of school. C-Bo would eventually join a gang in his neighborhood, the 29th Street Garden Block Crips. The Garden Block Crips have been around since the 80s and have 3 cliques under the Garden Block Crip umbrella, being 29th Street, 24th Street, and 21st Street. The Garden Blocks will be one of the few Crip gangs in Sacramento, which is more of a blood-dominated city. Compared to now, Sacramento politics were a lot different in the 80s and the 90s. In the present day, the Garden Block Crips are cool with certain blood gangs, but back in the day, they were beefing with gangs like the Detroit Bloods, the Oak Park Bloods, and the Medivie Bloods, among many others. C-Bo will grow up in that crazy era of a non-stop war, but just so happens, C-Bo's little brothers, they will join a rival gang, being the Medivie Bloods.
Yeah.
In current times, the Garden Block Crips and the Medivie Bloods are not at war, but in the 80s and the 90s, this was a full-fledged war. By 14 years old, C-Bo would be in and out of juvenile hall and camp, but eventually, he would be sent to youth authority for drug possession. C-Bo would get out of youth authority in 1991 and go back to the streets and start hustling. C-Bo would be hanging around another Garden Block Crip rapper from 24th Street named Brother Lynch. They would go around Sacramento battling other rappers, but when C-Bo happened to go on a run, he would go to Vallejo and he would meet other rappers like Little Bruce and E40.
Man, this looking like C-Bo was more than just rap. Looked like he was really about that life, man, you know what I'm saying?
They would tell him he was talented, and then he would start taking rap serious. By 1993, C-Bo would release his first album called Gas Chamber. This would be a charting album and would be a success, being the first major artist in rap in Sacramento to bring notice to the city. In 1994, C-Bo would drop an EP called Autopsy. This was also a charting album and had features from other future NorCal rap legends like Keith the Sneak. This will only be an EP with him going to jail. In 1995, C-Bo dropped Tales from the Crypt, which was a high charting album with singles like Birds in the Kitchen as the lead single. That same year, he will also drop The Best of C-Bo. In 95, C-Bo would be introduced to Tupac after Tupac was a fan of his music and wanted him to go to California Love video shoot, where they would first meet. Tupac and C-Bo would later build a good relationship, and Tupac would feature him on his classic album, All Eyes on Me. C-Bo would do songs trading war stories and Ain't Hard to Find. Man, Tupac will have interest in signing C-Bo as well. In 96,
I ain't gonna lie, like after Pac passed, like C-Bo with the Outlaws, he made like some of the best songs with the Outlaws that the Outlaws had since Pac passed, for real.
C-Bo will go to prison over a situation over a shootout at his video shoot. He would have a video shoot in Medivie with his homies, but with his brother being from Medivie and him knowing most of the Medivie Bloods who came up to the video shoot, he thought the situation wouldn't end bad, but with bad blood on each side, the video shoot went left. C-Bo would fire his gun in the air to clear the crowd, but this would lead to a Medivie Blood shooting a reputable Garden Block Crip named Big Q Ball and killing him. The situation would put C-Bo at odds with his own gang, with some people blaming him for the death of Q Ball, but this would lead to him receiving a year in prison as well for firing his gun in the air. C-Bo would be cellmates with 24th Street Garden Block rapper X-Rated. X-Rated was in prison for the murder of a Medivie Blood member's mom. While doing his year bid, he would find out in prison that Tupac died, ending any hope that he was signing with Tupac.
Damn.
After getting out of prison, Sebo dropped the album One Life to Live in 1997.
Man, that's crazy because Pac was telling Sebo not to sign to Death Row because he was about to do his own thing and he was going to sign Sebo too. So, man, that was crazy. Pac and Bodo, them niggas would have been a full duo. And then imagine if they would have brought Spice One in too, nigga. Them three niggas, it would have been over with.
Which was a charting album. And in 98, he dropped Till My Casket Drops, which was also successful. He was later then approached by Master P to sign with No Limit Records, but this situation would never work out. By 99, he would drop his album, The Final Chapter, on his own record label, West Coast Mafia Records. He will also present the Mob Figure Group on this label that same year. Mob Figures feature rappers like FedEx, AP9, Hustler, Brother J. Clyde, the deceased Bay Legend, The Jacka. In 2000, Sebo dropped the album, Enemy of the State. Both albums would chart.
I ain't gonna lie, the Mob Figures too, them niggas is legendary too. Like, man, I ain't even know them niggas was like so young when they was dropping that music, but them niggas, they some legends for real though.
In the 2000s, Sebo would be active
Legendary.
in music, dropping several albums like Life as a Rider, Desert Eagle, The Mob Father, and Money to Burn. He will also drop collaborative albums with Spice One, Yuckmouth, Killer Tay, San Quinn, Little Flip, and Brother Lynch. Sebo would even drop 11 compilation albums and 5 mixtapes, and one being on Young Buck's label, Cashville Records. In the 2010s, Sebo wouldn't be as active in his music as he was in the 2000s, but he still dropped a ton of music. In 2011, he dropped West Side Riders. In 2012, he dropped Trilogy. In 2013, Sebo dropped I Am Gangster Rap. In 2014, OG Chronicles. And in 2015, The Mob Father 2. But by 2017, Sebo would get into a rap beef with, at the time, a rising rapper in Sacramento named Mozzie, after his comments in an interview on No Jumper. In the interview, Mozzie insinuated that he put Sacramento on and he brought light to the city, where Sebo and Brother Lynch felt disrespected by his comments. They felt he didn't pay respect to his elders and that they were the rap pioneers in Sac.
Man, they got a point. They ain't lying, nigga. Like Bo is still more legendary than Mozzie to me. I ain't gonna even lie to you, you know what I mean? Nigga, like Sebo and Brother Lynch, them niggas is Sacramento. They put Sac on the map for sure.
Of Sacramento rappers, something that
I heard of them.
That you initially started. Number one, what do you think about Mozzie?
I don't. I used to. I was proud of him. But then he just wasn't willing to, like, give props to the old school. He's just like, I guess he's the new who put Sac on the map. But I used to be proud of him, though.
Okay, but you feel like he doesn't pay homage to the OGs?
He don't need to pay homage, but acknowledge. That's all. I don't need no homage. I paid mine on my own without help.
I ain't gonna lie, Brother Lynch is more than just like a gangster type rapper though. That nigga a sick ass rapper, you know what I'm saying? Some of his music is like sick as fuck, but you think about it though, that shit like hip hop though, you know what I mean? So shit, you definitely gotta give Brother Lynch his flowers, man, for real though. Own lane and everything.
But Mozzie wouldn't care about that. With Sebo and Brother Lynch being from rival hoods, this would lead to a lot of back and forth on the internet. This would eventually lead to Mozzie making a diss song called New Era King. In the song, he dissed Garden Block Dead Homies, he dissed Brother Lynch, and he dissed Sebo. Mozzie even would be dissing several other rivals from several other gangs. Sebo would quickly respond with his own diss 2 weeks later called Body for Body. And Body for Body, he would diss Mozzie and discredit Mozzie as a gangster and diss O Park several times. Sebo would later be doing a video shoot, and once again in Sacramento and the Meadowview area. Many South Sacramento gang members from rappers and Blood and Crip members would come to the video shoot, like Mozzie's other rival, CML. But this will lead to a video shoot being shot up and a man losing his life.
That shooting victim from this weekend's shooting was holding a vigil.
49-year-old father Ernie Cadena was killed when shots rang out Sunday afternoon at a popular Sacramento neighborhood park.
He was working hard. He did what he could for his daughter, you know, and his girlfriend and baby to come.
Cadena was spending the day at Meadowview Park while his friend Sebo, a well-known Sacramento rapper, was filming a music video. The artist had announced his video shoot on Instagram, writing, "Let's go Sacktown, OGs will be outside."
It's a sad, senseless shooting that shouldn't have happened.
Mozzie's affiliates would later be arrested, and they would say Mozzie was the reason behind the shooting, but Mozzie would never be charged. Many of the affiliates would later start snitching and telling on each other.
Damn.
Sebo would do several interviews about his career and his beef with Mozzie after, and even drop an album in 2017 called The Problem. In 2018, he dropped a tape called My Father, the John Gotti Pack, and his last tape in 2019 called Animal. Since then, Sebo hasn't dropped much music, only releasing around 5 singles since his last album. He's still doing a few interviews, and his main focus has been writing scripts and working with other artists, and also being a family man. Sebo's career didn't pan out like he and others thought it would, but he'll still go down as a pioneer of Sacramento rap. This will conclude this episode.
Man, that's a fool with it. Yeah, man, he definitely a pioneer of Sacramento rap. But shit, that nigga a pioneer of West Coast gangster rap, period. For real though. Like, nigga, it ain't too many niggas did it like Bo, for real though. Niggas can't really fuck with Bo on that mic, man. Especially like back in the days. That nigga flow was way advanced at the time that he was like out. You know what I'm saying? And Spice One too. Them niggas was like some advanced ass niggas like with rap style, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, a lot of niggas was rapping hella slow and shit. Them niggas had gas back in the days, you feel me? Yeah, that nigga Sebo definitely a West Coast pioneer, nigga. For the whole West Coast, nigga, on everything. Shit, but yeah, it ain't too many people old albums can fuck with Bo old albums like that, for real though. So man, gotta give Bo his flowers, man. Put some respect on that nigga name. That nigga a real West Coast legend, man, for real. One of the top legends from the West Coast, nigga, for real. But shit, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Until next time, peace. Yeah.